Dangerous situation here in Tennessee. A tornado warning that does include Nashville. It's ongoing, and it looks like we're going to continue to have to watch this for quite some time. That tornado warning. Going to zoom right in here. Again, you can see how Nashville, and especially the northern suburbs of Nashville, are in it. Cheatham, Davidson, Robertson County, a tornado warning in effect until 4:45. Notice the observed tag there and the considerable threat as well. Let me get in and get really close to this. So we'll move over to velocity mode. In fact, I actually want to go right back to reflectivity mode. What we're looking, I'm going to stop this here. So what we're concerned about is basically right here. There is an inflow notch. We have rotation on the back side of that. We have quite a bit of circulation with this cell as well. So let me get a better look at this. So it really had certainly a bit of a drop off right here, and lining that up with what our correlation coefficient, what we're looking for is the unnatural things that are being picked up in radar. So again, going back here, that is the concerning part. That was north of Kingston Springs. We have one there. So again, continue to see debris signature that is coming out of this cell itself. So that is where we are concerned about this particular cell. So right here, it will continue to drift off to the east. Let me make sure I get the right timing of this. A lot of times when it gets reissued or readjusted, the timing may be skewed a bit. So it's moving east at 40 miles an hour. So let me redraw this. I had it at 35. Let me move it up quicker speed here. So again, this cell's moving off to the east at about 40 miles an hour. Grave lot at 4:27. You got 3 minutes. You really got to make sure that you are certainly inside your home. If you have a basement, that's exactly where you want to go. If you don't have a basement, the most interior room on the lowest level you can. A lot of times bathrooms, maybe a closet. If you do have a downstairs underneath the stairs on the downstairs part is also a good spot. You definitely want to have as many walls between you and the outside. You also want to be away from windows as well. Bordeaux at 4:41. Little Creek at 4:46. Goodlettsville at 4:54 and Hendersonville at 5 o'clock. But again, notice when I take these off, though, too, I mean, yeah, Nashville, sirens are going off in downtown Nashville as of right now. So this will continue to drift its way through. I would not be surprised we end up possibly maybe seeing the extension of the severe thunderstorm warning that could also include Nashville. But again, there's a cell, and again, a new scan has just come through. Let me let's wait for that scan to come through for it to clean it up a little bit. There we go. So let me go back and see where that circulation is. So again, same as before. So again, looked really bad right there. That's what we're looking. And then moving ahead. So again, that is that circulation. That does look extremely dangerous there. Looks like we do have a tornado that is on the ground. Let me see this. Let me go back to our correlation coefficient here. And again, this might get a little bit muddied here because what I'm looking at is that right there. And again, moving up ahead, this right here. So that is where the tornado is. Let me move in and get a little closer. And that is not looking good on here. Let me move over to velocity mode. I want to get into the cities, or get into actual where actually the cities are. So again, we are looking, let me see if I can pull up all right, so we are right there. It's going to get a little muddled. So again, what we're looking at is the debris signature that's coming out, and we are basically looking from here on over. So some of the cities, again, Scottsboro at 4:30, so 4 minutes from now, Jordania at 4:35. Some of the streets that are going to be impacted by this cell's coming your way. So Old Hickory Boulevard, Bull Run Road, River Pike Road. If you live or know anyone on these roads, this is the time you got to make sure that you are in your safe spot. Eaton's Creek Road, you're up ahead with this as well. Also looking at Drake's Branch Road. These are all areas basically to the west of 41A. On the western side, or even northwestern side of Nashville, Heights Ferry Road, also County Hospital Road, all areas, all street names that are going to can be pull out a bit and show some of the warnings there. Also out into northern Mississippi. So here is a warning that's just going to be passing into Tupelo. What I'm concerned about, anytime you see this line that is lined up right here, severe thunderstorm warnings, winds up to 60, 65 miles an hour. You can see some hail. And that's one thing I've noticed about these southern cells is that the hail is a bigger issue here. For places like Oxford, we can see some large hail. Tupelo, maybe not so much. Batesville getting hit with hail at least early on. So ongoing tornado warnings and ongoing tornado watches. Let me get to the watches, and we'll go right back to the warnings that are out there. So ongoing tornado watches that are out. We have a new one that just popped up for a good chunk of Mississippi that does include Jackson and really Jackson and all of central Mississippi. New tornado watch in effect until midnight Central Time. We have a tornado watch that's in effect that does include Nashville. Of course, you're in a tornado warning right now, and just off to your east of that, we have tornado watches until 11 o'clock Central Time. It does include northern Alabama all the way up to just east of I-75 in south central Kentucky. So again, going back to Nashville, as of right now, we have that ongoing tornado warning for Davidson and Robertson County. At one time, you can still see that rotation. You can still see a bit of that inflow. And again, when we get a little bit closer, oh boy, that is coming out right there. So here we are in Tennessee. Here's Nashville. So what we're looking at is right here is the dangerous spot. So I believe is that 155 that's cutting through here. That is let's say the outside perimeter, northwest bypass of Nashville. That is, the cell is just off to the north and west of that, and it continues to track its way off to the east. And again, radar confirmed tornado. It is moving east at 40 miles an hour. So again, I see, was it Highway 41A? This will be tracking right over you and right near you. Let me just make a little bit short of a track here. So Jordania at 436 Maplewood. Jordania, it's on top of you now. This is the time you need to take cover. Maplewood, you only have about 12 minutes from now in Haysboro at 448. All cities, all towns are going to be impacted by this. On the northern edge of the Nashville metro area, that is where that tornado warning is. I'm going to see if we can see any drop off from this as well. Again, it's going to be a little bit harder to see. Again, that is what some of the debris that we had seen from earlier about 4:20 local time, and it was right here about 4:15. So again, just trying to move that track. If it continues, it might be a little bit harder to see, but again, it's moving in basically about this direction here, and going to be scooting through the northern part of the Nashville metro area if this thing does hold together. Let me, if we can just stay on this for a second. I want to zoom back out a bit and notice that there is a new tornado warning that has come out of here, and I want to get to it. This is now in central Kentucky. So basically along and heading toward Frankfort, the state capital here in Kentucky. And that is, let me get the timing of this first. Let me get this out here, and then let me get the actual information here for Anderson, Franklin, and Shelby County. That's until 6 o'clock Eastern time. So now we're back to the Eastern time zone, of course, here. This is for Anderson, Franklin, and Shelby County. Radar indicated tornado warning here in Kentucky. And get right about, let me see if we can see some rotation that's coming out of this. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of a drop there, and that's what we're seeing. And then that continues off to the north and east at 45 miles an hour. So we're going to continue to track. That's right about here. So Frankfort, this cell is going to be heading in your direction. Radar indicated a tornado warning. You have about 13 minutes from now for Frankfort here in central Kentucky, that tornado warning storm. Let's get back to where we are in Nashville. And again, ongoing tornado warnings that does include northern parts of Nashville, and now we've seen that tornado warning get extended. So what's concerning when we're looking at this, we really have about 3 supercells that have popped up. We have 1, 2, and 3.